The domain questions, anybody any doubt from 45 to 70? Up to 85. In the even numbers. Okay, somebody is asking 66 and 68. Okay. Okay. 66, it is log base 2 of log base 3 of log x base 4. I have to check different things. This should be greater than 0 for this log to be defined. This should be greater than 0 for this log to be defined. X also should be positive. So I have to check for x greater than 0, log x base 4 greater than 0, log base 3, log x base 4 greater than 0. But these two solutions will be included here. Why? When you remove this log, we'll get log x base 4 should be greater than 3 power 0, 1. If it is greater than 1, automatically greater than 0. So this is taken care. Forget about it. Now when you here, you'll get x greater than 4 power 1, which is x greater than 4. And if x is more than 4, automatically it is more than 0. That is also taken care. So this answer. X should be greater than 4. So 4 to infinity. Is it okay, 66? Okay. 68, maybe I don't know, some of these things I discussed already, I don't recollect. In 68, x square minus 3x minus 10 should be greater than 0. And the base 2x minus 5 should be greater than 0. And it should not be 1. Three things you have to check for log to be defined. This will give you x greater than 5 by 2. This will give you x should not be 3. This will give number line x minus 5 into x plus 2 greater than 0. So when you take number line minus 2 and 5, positive, negative, positive. So we want positive, this region and this region. Either less than minus 2, okay, more than 5, okay. But we want it to be more than 5 by 2. So we have to take this only, because if you take the intersection of minus 2, 5 and 5 by 2, one says we want this before minus 2 and after 5. Other one says we should be more than 5 by 2. So both included will be this. X should be greater than 5. In that anyway 3 is not there, so not an issue. So open interval 5 to infinity is the answer. Okay, up to 85. Anybody want to ask anything else? Okay, 76.
78.
78 also. Okay, 76, 78. Just a minute. Okay, 76, it is root of fractional part of x. And fractional part of x is always positive, so it is all real numbers. Because we know fractional part of x belongs to closed 0 to open 1. So there is no issue at all, 76. 78, same question. Okay, 72 also I'll discuss. But 78, same question is there in IP maybe. Okay, 4 minus x square by integer part of x plus 2 should be greater than 0. Okay, this numerator can take minus common and write x minus 2 into x plus 2. And integer part of x plus 2. Whether this is positive or negative or where it is 0. First of all, denominator should not be 0. Integer part of x plus 2 should not be 0. Means x integer part of x should not be -2, so x should not belong to -2 means -2 to -1. Anything between -2 to -1 open integer part is -2, so x should not belong to that. After that, because during that time it will be 0. After that it will be positive, and before that it will be negative. Sorry, yeah, before that it will be negative. So the sign change of this will happen at -2 and -1 both. This will happen at 2, this will happen at -2. So let us directly write the number line for this. -2, -1, and 2. -2 to -1 is outright rejected, including -2. Okay. -1 can be included if necessary. We will see. Okay. If you take anything more than 2, this is positive, this is positive, this is positive. With a minus, it will be negative. You take anything between -1 and 2. Okay. This is still positive because we are still on the right side. This is positive. This is also positive, but this is negative because we crossed here. I think we'll get plus here. Let us see, forget about this. Before -2. This is negative, this is negative, this is negative. 3 negatives with a negative, 4 negatives, it is positive. So one should not draw alternately. If you want, you can draw minus here, but then understand it is not defined, but not that way. You have to understand anyway. So we want greater than 0, 1 is here, 1 is here. So we are getting -infinity to -2, which is open, union -1 closed. Okay, 2 is open because 2 it is not 0. Okay, 2 open. This is answer. So greater than or equal to 0. Sorry, I did not write. This is greater than equal to 0, equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, I can include -2. I can include 2, -1 is included. So everything is closed now. That's it. But at -2, denominator is not okay. So we should make it open. Not for the numerator. For the, it will be 0 by 0 form. So -infinity to -2. So it should be option A, 78. Yeah. So I discussed 76 and 78. Somebody asked 72. 32 is quite simple. Cos inverse root 3x. First of all, for root 3x to be defined, x should be positive. Okay. Or even equal to 0. Okay. For root 3x, cos inverse will be defined when it is between -1 to 1. But root of something can't be negative. It can be only between 0 to 1. Okay. Actually, we want it to be -1 to 1, but root of something is positive between 0 to 1. Square it, we all are positive, we'll get 0 less than equal to 3x square less than equal to, no, 3x less than equal to 1. When you divide 0 less than equal to x less than equal to 1 by 3. So when x is 0, it is 0. When x is 1 by 3, it is 1. If you take more than 1 by 3, it will be crossing 1, and cos inverse of a number more than 1 is not defined. Cos inverse of any number between -1 to 1 only defined. So closed interval 0 to 1 by 3. Anything else up to 85? Any doubt anybody has?
Sir, 80.
80, okay.
Sir, 81.
Okay. Odd numbers, maybe I did not discuss at the last one or two. Okay, I'll discuss. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so 80. Cot inverse x by square root of x square minus integer part of x is fractional part of x square. Okay, cot inverse is always defined. We don't have an issue. Cot inverse of negative number, cot inverse 0, cot inverse of positive number, everything is defined. Only sine inverse and cos inverse are defined for between -1 to 1 closed interval. Tan inverse, cot inverse are defined. So there's no restriction on this for cot inverse part. But the only restriction is denominator should not be 0. Inside the root, what is there should be positive. Fractional part of x square inside the root, it is if wanted to be positive, but fractional part of anything is positive. But only thing is that it should not be 0. It is negative, not there. When it is 0, root 0 in the denominator is 0, not defined. Otherwise, no issue. But when will fractional part of any number will be 0 when that is an integer? That means x square should not be an integer. Means x should not be plus or minus square root of an integer. That means basically all real numbers except we have to remove all these things. What is that? 0, plus or minus 1, plus or minus root 2, plus or minus root 3. Plus or minus root 3, plus or minus root 4, all that have to be removed. This is plus or minus root 3. Any answer is there having that? Sorry, this answer has to be a little correction is required. Option A is not correct, option B is not correct, and option C, everything is fine, but they have to remove 0. They did not remove 0 there. And option D is right, but they should not write root x. They should write plus or minus root x. Okay. Someone corrected it last time. They did not go for printing. Okay. So you can write either all real numbers except what is that? Plus or minus root n, where you can write n belongs to z and n greater than or equal to 0. Or you can write n belongs to z. Okay. Basically, positive non-negative integers have to be kept. Okay. If they write natural numbers, 0 is not covered. There is a mistake in the answer there. 80. 81, they want domain of g of f of x. If you want g of f of x to be defined, the values of f should fit in within the domain of g. Okay, so let us verify that. Okay, 81. Square root of 3 plus 4x minus 4x square. First of all, let me find domain of g of x. Then we'll talk about g of f of x. So 3 plus 4x minus 4x square should be greater than or equal to 0. 4x square minus 4x minus 3 should be less than or equal to 0. This is minus 12, so minus 6 plus 2. So 2x minus 3 into 2x plus 1 should be less than or equal to 0. For this, the root is 3 by 2. For this, root is minus 1 by 2 plus minus plus. We want this. So x should belong to closed interval minus 1 by 2 to 3 by 2. So whenever g of something you want to be defined, it should be between this. So if you want g of f of x to be defined, the f of x values or the output of f of x should lie within this. So for this, if you want to find domain, you have to write f of x should be between 3 by 2 and minus 1 by 2. You have to find x value so that the f of x output will be between minus 1 by 3 by 2 so that g can accept them. So the domain of g of x alone is closed interval minus 1 by 2 to 3 by 2. If you want to g of f of x, even f of x value should lie between. So that is minus 1 by 2 less than or equal to, what is f of x here? Of minus tan pi x by 2 less than or equal to 3 by 2. Okay, now I'll add this off everywhere. I will get here minus 1 When I'll add minus of everywhere, so I'll get minus 1 less than or equal to minus tan pi x by 2 less than or equal to 1. I subtracted 1 by 2 everywhere. When I multiply, if something is between minus 1 to 1, negative of that also minus 1 to 1. So we will get tan pi x by 2 is between minus 1 to 1. Tan of something is between minus 1 to 1 when the inner part is between minus 45 degrees to plus 45 degrees. Okay. So minus pi by 4 less than or equal to pi x by 2 less than or equal to pi by 4. Okay. Now I can remove this whole thing. I'll get minus 1 by 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 by 2. So the final domain is closed interval minus of to of. Okay, so the main point here is, if you want g of f of x to be defined, we have to find x value such a way that the output of f of x lies well within the domain of g of x. So option B. Is it okay, 81? Okay, I did not see the chart. Let me see if somebody asked anything else. Okay, somebody gave a long list of numbers. Let me see whether I covered it. 72 covered. 74, 78. So 74 somebody wants. Okay. Okay, 74 is very small thing. They want log of sine inverse x. Basically, log of sine inverse x. Sine inverse x should be positive. Anyway, we'll study about inverse trigonometry very soon. I will have a better idea, but right now I'll just give to some extent. Sine inverse x is defined only when x is between minus 1 and 1. In that, let us take two parts. X belongs to minus 1 to 0 and x closed to 0. And x belongs to open 0 to closed 1. Sine inverse x is defined in minus 1 to 1. Within that, I am taking two parts, minus 1 to 0 separate, 0 to 1 separate. Between minus 1 to 0, sine inverse x values are minus pi by 2 to 0. They are negative. If they are negative, log of negative number is not defined. Log 0 is also not defined. But when x is between 0 to 1, sine inverse x is between open 0 to closed pi by 2, which is positive. And log of positive number is defined. So the domain of this is only this and not this. Okay. This is 74. Whoever had doubt about 74, is it clear? Ritam?
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay, up to 85. Anybody, any other doubts?
Sir, once can you give idea about 84 and 85, sir?
Okay. I really wish to have some kind of wipers for the board, like cars have wipers. I think Rhythm Day has a technical brain. You can put some electric motors here and put some wipers like this. Some of the past students who passed out from IITs, okay, which studied earlier under me, many of them have many patents in different fields. Some are in electronics and communications. They have quite a few patents. And one of my students is from IIT Chennai. He is working in a patent office itself. Okay. Okay, so you asked about 84 and 85.
Sir, once explain only 85, sir. 84 is the same model. Sir. Explain only
Okay.
85, sir.
But 84, there is a small trick. Okay, I don't know whether the answer is given right or not, but there is a small trick.
Yes,
What
sir.
is
Square
about
bracket
80?
is given, sir.
No, what I'm telling is f of x, when somebody tries to find, of course, you can write in two ways. You can substitute inner f of x first, which is 1 minus x, and or you can write 1 minus f of x. Both will give same finally, which is 1 minus of 1 minus x, which is x. So when you try to find f of x, you will get x. And I say, what is there? It is simple function. So whatever is the domain of the original function, same. Have they given answer A?
No, sir. They gave B, sir.
Yeah, answer B is correct. Why? I'll tell you. There is a problem. F of x is x, but not for everything. Okay? Why? Let us try to find f of minus 3. What is f of minus 3?
4.
4. Now, can you, if you want f of minus 3, I want f of 4. What is f of 4 value?
Minus 3.
No,
Not defined.
not
Not
defined.
defined.
Because in the domain of f, there is no 4. How can you put 4? Right?
Yes, sir.
So, if you want f of x to be defined, even this f of x should be within the domain of this f. Like just now we talked about g of f of x, right? If you want g of f of x to be defined, the output of f of x should be well within the domain of g of x.
Yes,
In the same way, you also have to check that, for example, if somebody is writing f of 1 minus x is this, it is not correct unless this is between minus 1 to 1. Sorry, this is between minus 3 to 3. Then only define. Okay. So if you want f of x to be defined, f of x should be defined, f of x to be defined. For this to be defined, what is that? Minus 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3. And for this to be defined, f of x, the inner f of x, should be between minus 3 to 3. That is minus 3 less than or equal to 1 minus x less than or equal to 3. Okay, now I'll multiply with minus everywhere and we change minus 3 less than or equal to x minus 1 less than or equal to 3. Add 1. I'll get minus 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. So this says minus 3 to 3, everything okay. This says minus 2 to 4, everything is okay. You have to take their intersection. So minus 3 is here, minus 2 is here, 3 is somewhere here, 4 is somewhere here. One says minus 3 to 3, another one says minus 2 to 4. When you take their intersection, this is closed interval minus 2 to 3. Okay, so answer is okay. That is the reason it was kept little at the end, because in the beginning it will be confusing for the children. So it was purposely kept. So 84 looks a very simple question, nothing complicated. What is there? Just find f of x, but there is a small thing there.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If somebody says why not option A, I just said simple thing. Try to find f of minus 3. You'll understand it is not defined. Okay, so I'm going to erase this 84. 85, I don't think any problem. What is this? Let a function with the domain minus 3 to 5. F is a domain minus 3 to 5, and we want to talk about f of g of x. Okay. So g of x should be well within the range or domain of f of x. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
So anyway, I can write it just for others' benefit. F of g of x. I'm talking about 85. F of g of x is defined when g of x is within the domain of f. So minus 3 less than or equal to g of x less than or equal to 5. That is minus 3 less than or equal to mod 3x plus 4 less than or equal to 5. But mod of something is anyway more than minus 3, nothing to worry, it is always positive. So it indirectly means mod 3x plus 4 less than or equal to 5. At best, if you want to write 0 also. But not required. If it is less than 5, automatically more than minus 3. So I'll only write this. We studied about modulus inequalities. Mod x less than or equal to k means x should be between minus k to k. So you can write minus 5 less than or equal to 3x plus 4 less than or equal to 5. Then when you add minus 4, we'll get minus 9 less than or equal to 3x less than or equal to 1. When you divide with 3, minus 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 1 by 3. So closed interval minus 3 to 1 by 3. Okay, during that time, the mod 3x plus 4 will be less than 5. Then it can be kept in F. Okay, so basically 84 and 85 and earlier when I discussed about g of f of x somewhere. Yeah, 81. These all belong to one case of composite functions domain, how to find. Okay.
Yes, sir. Got it.
Okay, 81, 84, 85. Okay, so total domain questions up to 85. Any other doubt anybody has? Okay, range, I think all questions are discussed in the range in the class, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right then. Now coming to inverse function. This 98, 99, 90, 100, what we gave actually is, there are formulas for number of functions, number of one functions, onto functions. We purposely avoided those questions because in second year in permutation combination chapter we'll be studying. We only mentioned when it is possible, when it is not possible. If you want a one function from A to B, then number of elements in B should be equal to number of elements in A or more. If you want onto function, number of elements in B should be less than or equal to number of elements in A. And if you want bisection, they should have equal number of elements. Okay. If this one has less elements than this and you want one, not possible. If this one has more elements than this and if you want onto also not possible. So in 98 answer is straight away 0 because you have 5 elements here, 4 elements here. When you have less elements here, one is not possible. And 99 and 100 are just formulas for having possible one and not. Okay, up to 106. Anybody any doubt in inverse function 101 to 106?
Sir, 102 and 106.
Yeah, you kept a message. I forgot to tell. Okay, 102. It is a geometric progression. It is forever, right? So it's a geometric progression. F of x, you can write a by 1 minus r formula. It is x by 1 minus x because this is a geometric progression with first term x and common ratio minus x, which is x by 1 plus x. Of course, I can use a by 1 minus r formula only when common ratio is between -1 to 1. And here anyway the domain is -1 to 1, so common ratio is -1 to 1, so fine. Otherwise we will not be able to use it. Okay, now how to find inverse function? Take f of x equal to y, the standard procedure. We'll get x by 1 plus x equal to y, x is equal to y plus xy. Bring x one side, we'll get x into 1 minus y is y. X is equal to y by 1 minus y, that is f inverse y is y by 1 minus y. The same way, f inverse x is x by 1 minus x. Is it all right? Instead of giving the function directly, they give it as a geometric progression, otherwise nothing great. If they would have given this, I'm sure anybody would have found inverse function. Okay, 104.
Sir,
Yes, please.
I did not understand the first step, sir.
For a geometric progression, a plus ar plus ar square so on for infinity, formula is a by 1 minus r if common ratio is between -1 to 1. Do you know this formula in GP?
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So this particular x minus x square plus x cube minus x power 4 so on is a geometric progression with first term x and common ratio -x. A is x, r is -x. That's it.
Yes, sir.
Sum of
Understood.
Okay, 104 is not difficult, just to get favorably one by one sent to the other side. As usual, take f of x equal to y, that is 4 minus x minus 7 whole cube whole power 1 by 5 is equal to y. Now I have to find x in terms of y. So first stand is 1 by 5 that side. You will get 4 minus x minus 7 whole cube is equal to y power 5. Next stand this one here, this one here. 4 minus y power 5 is x minus 7 whole cube. Now send this cube here whereas power 1 by 3. 4 minus y power 5 whole power 1 by 3 is x minus 7. Now send 7 this side. X is 7 plus 4 minus y power 5 power 1 by 3, which is cube root if you want to write. So f inverse y is 7 plus cube root of 4 minus y power 5. F inverse x means you, in the place of y you write x. So which is option B. So very carefully you take f of x equal to y and then one by one send to the other side the powers and all, so that you can eliminate, you can bring x one side, everything else to the other side. Is it all right, 104?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 106, one point I did not tell, I wanted to tell in theorem, but it's okay, I'll mention it now. Hmm? Okay. Actually, 106, you can find it not an issue, the domain they want. 106, there is one theorem which I did not tell explicitly. F inverse circle G inverse is actually G circle F whole inverse. That is, we find G of F of X, find inverse function of that. That is same as F inverse circle G inverse. Okay. Maybe I can do one thing. Tomorrow I'm going to tell this theorem. So at that time I can discuss 106. This easy question only. So if somebody is 106, don't worry. We'll discuss some theorems tomorrow, functions theorems. Then we'll see that. Okay. Shall I discuss other doubts tomorrow? Okay. The rest of the doubts I'll discuss tomorrow. Is it okay?
Yes,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So we'll continue advanced material. Try to complete mains material fully by tomorrow. If at all you are not tried anything, I'll clarify all your doubts. Somebody is saying my video is stuck.
No, sir, it's going.
Is going on? Okay then. So somebody who feels my video is stuck. Oh, he's asking whether he can log out. Yeah, you can obviously log out. Sorry. Okay. So we'll tomorrow I'll discuss all your main doubts. and the functions theorems I will discuss. Today we'll continue with the advanced material. IP first exercise, all of you completed, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You're supposed to complete all exercises in IP.
Yes, sir. Finished.
Yesterday, last question, 29, we were discussing odd numbers. So 19 completed, 21 I have to discuss. In advanced material, 21. Cos px plus sin x, for them to be periodic, what is p should be? Actually, LCM should exist. Okay. Cos px, the period is 2 pi by p, provided p is not 0. If p is 0, it will become 1, and 1 plus sin x is periodic, so no problem. And the sin x, the period is 2 pi. So 2 pi by p and 2 pi, the LCM. Okay. LCM will exist provided p is a rational number. P can be 1, 2, 3, 1 by 2, 1 by 5, minus 3, minus 4, anything. Anyway, there is a mod also, of course. There is a mod here. Okay. So p 0 alone is fine. Not from here, but p equal to 0 is also good. It will become 1 plus sin x, it is periodic. Other than that, as earlier I said, if you take root 2 and 5, there cannot be any LCM. Okay. Because when I say multiples of root 2, I am referring to 2 root 2, 3 root 2, 4 root 2, 5 root 2. When I say multiples of 5, I am referring to 10, 15, 20, 25. There is no common multiple, so there is no LCM. So both, if they are rational, because this is rational apart from the pi, so this also should be rational, then only. Okay. So what are the options now? P is a positive real number, not real, it should be rational. So option C. All right. Just because this is periodic, don't think that sum is periodic. LCM will not exist for a rational number versus a rational number. So P must be rational. Is it okay, 21? Anybody any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. 23, yeah. Integer part of 5x plus 7 plus cos pi x minus 5x. Actually, integer part is not a periodic function. Okay. But this total is a periodic function. How? Actually, we can convert into fractional part. How is that? I am going to subtract 7 and add 7. Now from this and this, you take minus common. When you take minus common, we will be left with 5x plus 7 minus integer part of 5x plus 7. This and this put together. Plus extra cos pi x plus extra 7. Now, x minus integer part of x is the definition for fractional part of x. Like that, 5x plus 7 minus integer part of 5x plus 7 is fractional part of 5x plus 7. Plus cos pi x plus 7. Now, all of you know, fractional part of x period is 1. What about fractional part of 5x period will be? Anybody want to tell?
1 by 5.
1 by 5, yes. For example, we know sin x period is 2 pi and sin kx period is 2 pi by k. It's a mod. Because we have seen in the graph, when you replace x with kx, how yeah. When you replace x with kx, we are compressing the graph. Earlier, the period is t, we will be drawing k waves or something within that interval. It will become t by k. It is not just for sin x. Whenever f of x period is t, f of kx period is t by k. If f of x period is t, f of kx period will be t by k. That is very easy to see from the graph. or replace x with x plus this, you'll be able to realize that. In the same way, fractional part of x period is anyway, by the way, here I added one separator 7. I would have done one more thing. I can bring the 7 outside, right? Within integer part, one integer can be brought out. I think that would have been a little better. Same thing, I'll write it, but not an issue. Anything is okay. Integer part of 5x plus 7 plus cos pi x or something minus 5x. I can borrow the 7 outside. It will be integer part of 5x plus 7 plus cos pi x minus 5x. Combine these two, you will get 7 plus cos pi x minus 5x minus integer part of 5x. So 7 plus cos pi x minus fractional part of 5x. Cos pi x, the period is 2 pi by pi. Fractional part of 5x, the period is 1 by 5. Fractional part of x is 1. Fractional part of 5x is 1 by 5. So now I have to take LCM of this. That is 2 and 1 by 5. What are the different multiples of 1 by 5? 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5, 5 by 5, which will be 1. Okay. Basically, 2 is a multiple of this. So if one number is a multiple of the other, that is LCM. So 2 is the LCM. Okay. So you have to, not a very big question, but you have to recognize that you can take the 7 outside. These two together is negative of fractional part of 5x. You should know fractional part of x period is 1. So fractional part of 5x period is 1 by 5. And cos kx period is formula is 2 pi by k. So like that 2 pi by pi. And then LCM of 2 and 1 by 5 is 2. Okay. Anybody any doubt regarding 23? Okay. 25, this is like a functional transformation. They already gave f of 1 is 2 and they said 2f of xy is equal to f of x whole power y and f of y whole power x. Okay. We discussed earlier in functional transformations that you just try different ways of putting x and y both 0, both 1, or x is 1, y is 0. Just try to explore, you'll get an idea. Okay. F of 1, I would have found out maybe. For example, if I put x1 and y1, I would have got 2f of 1 equal to, I'll not get any benefit, but I'm sure there can be some way to find it. But now already they gave, I'm going to put only y equal to 1. Let us see what happens. This will become 2f of x because y is 1. Here when I put f, okay, let me write otherwise. 2f of x into 1, f of x whole power 1, f of 1 whole power x. This is 2f of x, this is f of x, and f of 1 is 2, so 2 power x. Bring this side, f of x is 2 power x. So we got the function, f of x is 2 power x. If you want, you can substitute it back. This is 2 power xy. This is 2 power x whole power y, and this is 2 power y whole power x. Both are same. 2 power xy plus 2 power xy. So once you got the function, after that things are easy. They want sigma f of r equal to 1 to 100. F of 1 plus f of 2 plus f of 3, so on up to f of 100. This is 2 power 1, this is 2 square, this is 2 cube, this is 2 power 100. This is a geometric progression with first term 2, common ratio 2. So a into r power n minus 1 by r minus 1. You can use that formula. 2 into 2 power 100 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. This is 1. I can take 2 inside if required. Yeah. 2 power 101 minus 2. Okay, so main point is just getting an idea that if you put y equal to 1, you are able to find the f of x clearly. After that, it is a geometric progression. You can use sum of n terms. So already in mains material, we've done things in order separately, domain questions, range question, even odd question and all. Here it is little mixed up or like that. Okay, anybody still any doubt regarding this question?
Sir, f of 1 equal to 2, where did we use that, sir?
Where did we use? Here, from here to here. This is f of 1, I wrote.
Oh, yes, sir, yes. Sir, that y equal to 1, we just like that, suppose, sir. Let.
Yeah, it's not that why you have done only this. You can try different things. Okay. We discussed functional transformations quite a few questions earlier in mains. Even here f of 1 is given there, that is also not given. Sometimes we kept x0, y0, x1, y1, x and y are equal to something. Try different ways, so you will get some features about that function and then try to put some numbers. Okay, so there's no one particular rule that you have to put 1 only or 0 only or y equal to x only. Just some ideas, and sometimes you're able to guess directly what is the function. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm sure if the f of 1 equal to 2 is not given, even 3 power x, 5 power x, any k power x is okay, I think, for this. Yeah. Okay, 27 is quite simple. F of x is already given as 1 minus x by 1 plus x. So f of x is Either you can write f of 1 minus x by 1 plus x, or wherever x is there, substitute f of x, 1 minus f of x by 1 plus f of x. Both will give same. You do not write both. I'm just telling you that whether you substitute inner f of x first or outer f doesn't matter. Finally, you'll get 1 minus x by 1 plus x by 1 plus 1 minus x by 1 plus x. When you simplify 1 plus x minus 1 plus x, 1 plus x plus 1 minus x, denominator will cancel. By 1 plus x by 1 plus x will cancel. This will be 2x by 2, which is x. So basically, f of x came x. And the question was f of x. The mentor was given f circle, but it is same. So this whole thing came x to us. So simply write it is f of x. That's it. Already in mains and even in IP, you've done this kind of questions. Okay, what is this 29? If the equation has exactly one solution, the number of such integral values of p. Okay, 27 I'm going to erase.
So 1.
Okay.
Sir, can we do the 29th question with graphs, sir?
Yeah, I'm going to do from the graph only. You're right. Whenever they want number of solutions, better to do from the graph.
Done, sir.
Okay. Okay, so 29 mod x minus 2 minus mod x plus 1 y equal to, I want to draw the graph of this. So it has 3 parts in it. I can take x less than minus 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 2, and x greater than 2. Because the sign change happens for this at 2, for this at minus 1. If I take anything more than 2, this is positive, this is positive. I'll get x minus 2 minus x plus 1. Mod can be removed. Finally, I'll get minus 3. When I take anything between minus 1 to 2, because I came before 2, okay, this is negative, this is positive. Because this is negative, I have to write that is inner part. Minus of x minus 2, this is as it is. That is minus 2x plus 1. When I take x less than minus 1, x plus 1 is also negative, this is also negative. So I'll get minus of x minus 2 minus of x plus 1. Minus x here, plus x cancel, plus 2, plus 1, 3. So if you look at the graph of this, between minus 1 and 2. At 2, it should be minus 3. At minus 1, it should be 3. So this is a graph. After that, it is always minus 3. Before that, it is always 3. Okay, this is 2, this is minus 1. After 2, it is always minus 3. Between minus 1 to 2, it is this line minus 2x plus 1. And you can also observe it will pass through exactly these 2 points. At 2, it is minus 3. At minus 1, it is 3. And before minus 1, it is always plus 3. Now what happens when you equate this to a number more than minus 3? Let me write this. I can call this as y equal to f of x. If somebody gives me f of x equal to k, where k is greater than 3, no solution. This expression can never retain more than 3, whatever x you take. If I take k equal to 3, there will be infinite solutions. And what are those solutions? Minus infinity to minus 1. And if you give any number between minus 3 to 3, minus 3 less than k less than 3, you will have unique solution. Only one solution. If k is exactly 3, again it is infinite solution. Okay, minus 3. And it is minus 3, again infinite solutions. And what are those solutions? Closed interval 2 to infinity. If you want some number less than minus 3, no solution. Okay. So if this expression equal to 100, if somebody asks, not possible. If somebody asks this expression equal to minus 2 or 3 or 2.5, any y value between minus 3 to 3, there will be unique solution. So in 29th one, how many integrals are there? Okay. So between minus 3 to 3, how many integers are there? That will be the answer. So open interval minus 3 to 3 integers are minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. There are 5 solutions. If I take f of x equal to minus 2, one solution, minus 1, one solution, 0, one solution, 1, one solution, 2, one solution. But for 3 infinite, for minus 3 infinite. So there are 5 such numbers for that p. Instead of k, I would have written p. So, is everybody clear about 29 thoroughly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.